Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Ghost in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Focus perk. In my personal opinion, this is one of the strongest, most effective, and best perks in the game to use, and today I'm going to prove to you why. The gameplay that you're seeing right now is just a kind of pick-up domination game I played with some subscribers, the same ones that I invited to help me test out the perk with the MTAR X, which I always run Focus on because it helps me win my engagements. The Focus perk does two things. It reduces flinch, which is how much your screen bounces around and to some degree how much red goo you get on it when you get shot, and it also reduces the idle sway of your weapons. For those of you that like to aim down sights for long periods of time, not camping but waiting tactically, you'll notice that your iron sights or your red dot sights or whatever sights you're using bob back and forth a little bit. That's the sway, and it reduces the sway so that you can shoot more accurately. And we're going to be testing flinch first, and then we're going to be testing the effectiveness of the sway. And I wanted to let you know a little bit about flinch. Flinch is determined by the amount of damage that is dealt to you when you're shot. So the higher damage weapon you get hit by, the more you're going to flinch, and by the angle of impact. You're going to kind of flinch in the general direction of the angle that you get impacted, and a head-on impact is not going to tilt you as much as a side impact and some various things like that. But for the sake of our testing, we're going to keep the angles and the damages consistent. To test this out, I'm going to have a subscriber shoot me in the chest with an MK14, very high damage weapon, while I look at these crosshairs or this graphical representation on the map Stormfront. That was one shot without focus, just normal. Now we're going to do one shot with the focus perk, and you're going to see that it doesn't kick nearly as much. And in case you didn't catch it, we're going to do a side-by-side. You'll notice the one on the left jumps kind of rapidly. And I took a screenshot of the maximum deflection here, and you can see that without focus on the left, I'm kicking 2, maybe 3 times as much, depending on if you want to measure by inches or by angle. We can do the same test again, same angle, but we're doing a bison this time. It's a much lower damage weapon, so you see that I don't flinch as much. And when I run focus for the second test, I get more jelly on my screen, which seems kind of random, but I basically don't move. I'll take another screen grab, and you'll see on a lower damage weapon it's not quite as crazy, but with focus you will definitely be able to stay on target better. If those crosshairs were a target, I would be able to see them with focus, but not without. This is a test of the sway. This is a honey badger without focus on the left and with focus on the right. You can see that on the right there is much slower sway, and it seems to be less sway. You can do the same test. I'm doing a Vepr red dot sight here. You can see less sway on the right, more sway on the left. And a more interesting test is all of these sniper rifles with and without chrome lines, so that you can get a feel for how all of them look, because there's a lot of different permutations with the sniper rifles. Of course, normal with focus is the best. I know I hit you kind of hard and fast with the tests today, but the tests all happen in a very short time frame, and I was able to show all of them in a very effective and concise manner, so there's no need in wasting time with unnecessary repetitions. But I do believe that the test shows that Focus is a very effective perk. In my opinion, I think that Focus is a great perk. I use it on most of my classes. Any class where I intend on having long-range engagements outside of maybe like 20 meters, I use Focus, because if I want to shoot somebody at long ranges, if there is going to be a gunfight in this game, because you do die quickly in this game, but if I'm going to challenge an assault rifle user, focus saves my life. If I'm going to be a sniper, I want less sway, and I do not want to have my gun kick up while I'm being shot, so focus is good, and I would highly recommend that you use it. Well guys, that's all for this episode of In Depth. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something useful. If you'd like to check out the previous episode on the MSBS is OP, you can click that box. That'll open in a new window. The next episode is going to be on the MTAR X. That'll also open in a new window if you click that when it's live, of course. In the description, there's a link to the Brass Monkey Ghost Ultimate utility. It's kind of all of these stats in a pocket app. Cost a few dollars if you're interested in that, and I have a code Drift for you to use. As always, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.